Good afternoon, 12:03 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, day 1/20/2019. Sunday is the day. I want to talk about the S&P 500. The stock market hasn't started a year this strong since 1987. And what I have to say is that we were in a bear market, and we all know that. And now we're actually entering a bull market, and we are. One thing about the S&P 500 has a daily buy signal, and we haven't seen that for a long time. It stayed all the way down here for a number of days. We got tremendously oversold on Christmas Eve, and we've gone straight up. And we have a daily buy signal, and we're coming out of the daily sell signal that happened on Friday. And one thing I can say is a 100-day moving average, that's that purple line there, that's at 2731. The red line up above there, just let me show this so you can see it clearly, is that particular moving average up there is, here, let me show it in a different view and whatnot. So let's go ahead and draw a couple of trend lines. There's the buy signal from this view. And we're also going to do a weekly chart. I will draw a trend line that goes right across here. So basically that is the upper end. And so we went from oversold. Now we have a buy signal, Christmas Eve, 2018 dip, and we've gone straight up. And we're going to enter what I call a short-term apex, and we're there right now. The 200-day moving average is 2714. The 20-day moving average versus the 200-day is that there's a nice spread there at 2534. The 50-day moving average, which is a green line up there, and we tested that, and then we had a good size rip up above it and whatnot. So 50-day moving average is down here at exactly 2625, and we made it through a great barrier on Friday. We have key moving averages coming in. 100-day moving average is, like I said, 2731, and that 200-day simple moving average, which is the line right above it, the pink line, is 2741. So we cleared the 50-day, and this is the greatest move that we've had. Now let me go ahead and bring up the weekly. I have before us right now the weekly chart on the S&P. And we are still in a weekly sell signal. It's just that we've come up a lot on the daily short term. I'm going to blow this up. And here's what I'm going to say about these weekly moving averages on the S&P. That 10-day weekly moving average is a blue line. That number is at 2603. We do have another key moving average that's here. And that's going to be like that orange line. That is a 100-week moving average. And we actually got above that, and we closed at 2670 on the S&P. So let me go ahead and blow this up again, and I'm going to bring it up just like that. So now, because we're above the shorter term moving averages, we do have a wall of resistance at 2729. That would be a 50-week moving average. Okay. And we have a 20-week moving average, which is at 2713. And those are going to be the key moving averages, the 40-week moving average at 2742. So we're not nearly as oversold as we were on these weekly moving averages. And it's very important to understand, yes, we do have a wall of resistance that's going to come above us, and there is. And 2713 is going to be that red line. That is a 20-week moving average. The black line up here is a 50-week moving average. And that one there is at 2729. Now, let's go ahead and do this. And let's go back and take a look at where the cliff fell down. And it did. So here's a short-term resistance level. Those moving averages are really resistance levels, but I'm going to draw one here at this trend line. We got slightly above it. This was the last 4 week low right here, and we hit the 200-week moving averages, and we've gone up for 4 weeks in a row. So right now, the bull market is in charge on the weekly moving averages. And one thing, just let me say it again, this is that daily, and we've gone straight up, and we have. So when we take a look at where that bottom was on Christmas Eve, and we go back over here, and we start looking at 2800 up here is where the massive sell-off had happened and whatnot. So this is the thing that we want people to understand, is how that went into play. And once again, we closed at a major top that went straight down, and we've gone straight right back up. And so the market hasn't seen this happen. We have a S&P 500 daily buy signal. Yes, we are overbought some, but that's normal. And yes, we would pull back, but then we would go up again.